guys, Sarah here. Welcome back to my channel. Doing an ink swatching today, just 3 inks. A little while ago I used robertoster Muddy Crown and I fell in love with it. Finished that sample, so bought another sample. This could be a bottle I buy one day, and I thought I wanted to try some more from that series. So today we'll be swatching Muddy Crown, Muddy Swamp and Muddy Wine. I brought my backing paper to my parents' house where I've been filming at the moment, so it's just still fine-tuning everything, but I think I am starting to get the rhythm of what looks best and things like that. I've lost my blotting paper somehow, so I'm just using another piece of paper, but onwards and upwards. I'm still really enjoying swatching with the snap lock bag, so that is also what I am going to use today. Everything else is the same. My Pilot Iro Utsushi. Now, I did get a tiny bit of bleed through from this page, but I really don't want to waste the paper, so I am going to swatch over it. Let's jump in. First up, robertoster Muddy Crown. What I loved about this ink is that it does change as it dries. It kind of, I'm actually now trying to remember, it either goes down slightly bluer and then changes to like more purple or the other way around. But either way, I absolutely loved writing with this. I'm not really concentrating there on what I'm doing. Really enjoyed it. And I'm super happy to have another sample. So I've been redoing all my swatch cards, so I'm kind of used to how the ink reacts on that paper that I'm using. And I haven't done any swatches on here, so I might need a couple of goes to remember kind of how it reacts on this lightweight paper. But I kind of also like that this forces me to be creative, because it's never going to look the same. Let's not overthink it, and let's leave it like that. I also need to do, that's fully prepared, find the best way to clean the snap lock bag is I just put some water on a paper towel and just clean it off like this, and then dry it on like a cloth. Like that, then I dry it off. So first one is Muddy Crown. So to me, it's just a really beautiful purple. It writes really nicely, like it's I don't find it dry. I love that it's a deep purple without being like it's not overpowering in its saturation, but it's not muted. It has character. I love the kind of, in the lighter bits, that coolness, the bluey gray that comes through, and then as it goes heavier you get into like more of a royal purple. It's just a color that I really enjoy, and I can't wait to get that into a pen again. So that one I have experience with. These two I don't. So next up, let's do Muddy Swamp. I'll just clean my syringe. I think there's these 3. There's Muddy Sand. Ooh, I went super high at the end there. Muddy Sand. There's Muddy Sand, which is like a brown. I think there's a Muddy Grass. That takes us to 5. What else am I missing? There's definitely 1 or 2 more that I just can't remember. I'm pretty sure there's like more of a blue. This is it kind of looks like a tealy-ish kind of color. If I can remember. Maybe I'm second guessing how many drops of ink to do, because it's quite a big space. Like even when I have swatched here, I haven't ever really just done 3. I've done more. So it's been more concentrated, but that's okay. Not a negative or a criticism, just something I'm, I guess, learning. And then what I also find funny about swatching this way is it's like my first impression of the ink is through a plastic bag. And then I go, oh, so it's almost like a bit of a double reveal. Wow. Wow. Okay, so I just maybe want to do a little bit more up here. That is gorgeous. So it's not even, teal is almost a little bit misleading. What am I describing that as? I'm going to say it's a green. It's not a teal, it's a green, a gray green maybe. And you can see as it dries, use my little pointy doobie walker, like the green's really coming through there, but then over the top where it's gone down a bit heavier, is it like a gray that's coming in? Oh, wow. I just think that's so beautiful. So it's a cool green. Yeah. And these hints of kind of a warmer gray coming over the top, which is, wow, that's just beautiful. Let's see how it writes. I wonder what's going to like show up the most in a sense. So this is Muddy Swamp. I ran out of a tiny bit of ink there. Okay, that color I really like. Oh God, I could see myself wanting a bottle of that as well. So I'm going to say that this is a gray green, which I haven't actually really seen before. Like I know there's green blacks and stuff, but that is a gorgeous color. And actually looking up at this muddy crown, can you actually see a tiny bit of like, it's almost like an orangey amber sheen on there, or a bit of halo. Don't know if you can see that very slightly there, but that color is, I really like that. I have a bit of a funny relationship with greens. I love the color green, but I haven't been overly drawn to green inks. There's some that I love, but there's also a few that I've been a bit like disappointed in, or just gone, oh, I wish I loved this more. Whereas like purpley, pinky inks I'm really loving. And it's just, it was unexpected. I thought I was going to just fall in love with green inks straight away because I do generally like the color, but it's this, and I'm guessing this one, because this kind of burgundy color is also something I really love that I'm moving to more. But this color I really like. So maybe what I'm kind of thinking, I think it's like these really saturated ones I'm not enjoying as much. It's not really a green in there. There's not too many greens here, which is probably part of the point. I definitely still want to get avocado in, but yeah, like that doesn't speak to me as much. Anyway, that I think definitely I don't even want to wait for September. I just want to ink up a pen with it now. I think that is gorgeous. Sorry, I'm banging into the table as I talk because I got a bit excited. Last but not least, for this swatch, not obviously of the series, is Robertoster Muddy Wine. Now, not going into this impartial, because anything with the word wine in it, I think I'm going to like. Just making sure there's nothing on there. I also have just really been enjoying burgundy colours at the moment. And if you've watched any swatching video of mine, you know that kind of muted, grungy colours are really my happy place. So I don't think it's a surprise that an ink series with the word kind of muddy in the title was going to be something I enjoy. I don't think it hasn't been a surprise to me, and I'm sure not a surprise to you either. So maybe I need to just play with it less, plonk it down, and then leave it as is. So this is Robertoster Muddy Wine. I thought it was going to be more purpley burgundy, but it's quite like a red burgundy color, which is really beautiful. I'm interested to see as it dries. Like you can see touches. It's not even a pink. It's like a dusty light pinkish in there, and then this kind of rich burgundy red comes through. I think that's really gorgeous. It definitely does remind me of wine. I think in my head for some reason I thought maybe it was going to be a bit punchier. I don't know why, but again, I just think that is a really beautiful color, and looking at them all together, like there's definitely a relationship there as well, which I quite like. I didn't really leave myself space to write, but I will find somewhere. I can really, like, even looking at those two together, I just think it looks beautiful. There's definitely a cohesiveness there. Muddy wine. I did it all in capitals except the last letter because, you know, why would I be consistent? It's funny, you know, you go and going, I think I'm going to love this one. I think this is going to be my favorite. And then I'm actually really just drawn to this one in the middle. So looking at it, I'll just bring it up closer for you. So up the top is Muddy Crown. There's definitely some like haloing going on there, which is really beautiful. In the middle, we have Muddy Swamp, which I think I'm still saying it's like a grey-green. I don't think it's blue enough to be teal. Happy to stand corrected with the ongoing teal, turquoise, blue-green debate. And down the bottom, Muddy Wine, which is a slightly less saturated burgundy. I found it. It's a muted burgundy. I thought it was going to be maybe richer and like almost like velvety, but it's not. It's washed out a little bit, which is really interesting, and I quite like as it's dried there. I wonder if this one is going to be quite a nice shader, just looking at the layers that have kind of appeared. Really beautiful all in all, and I definitely would be interested, just seeing if anything's bled through. No, definitely be interested to try more in that series also. I'll leave it there for now. I'd love to know what of the Muddy series you have tried, what's your favorite, or is there one you're really wanting to try as well? As always, thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'll chat to you guys soon. Bye.